Hey guys, so before the video starts, I actually wanted to address something that I didn't address in this video actually, before it starts. I can finally do 60 frames on my videos. I'm super happy. I've been grinding videos, just recording them because I've been honestly super excited to record videos now because it's 60 frames. So yeah, I've been really excited to do that. You can probably see that the video actually looks a little nicer than my older videos. Also, you could probably see that you can probably change the settings now for YouTube. I basically changed the settings for a lot of things in Elgato and also in Adobe Premiere, so I finally got it working. Yeah, I'm just really happy I can finally give you guys, even better quality of videos and stuff. Yeah, well, let's get into the video. Hey, what's going on, guys? Rattles here, and I kind of wanted to make this video about the community of Call of Duty. And this is a really random out there video, but it was something that I've been kind of planning recently. It's going to be more of a serious tone. Actually, I just woke up, so I'm still kind of like waking up from my sleep. But this is kind of a weird idea that I had of just getting my thoughts, my opinions out there about Modern Warfare, but also the community and how they are. Because for people who are part of the COD community, they know that this whole place and time right now for it is really toxic. Constant negativity and just so much going on, and I thought, why not get it out there? I mean, obviously, people, some people really won't care, but, it's just how it is. So, I don't know really where to begin because there's so much. I guess let me just first give my thoughts about Modern Warfare. I think it's a very fun game. I think that the developers are doing an amazing job trying to get a lot of fixes done. A lot of fixes for bugs and stuff. Because I realize that people are still, I guess, kind of complaining about how the game is trash and broken and all that. Which to me doesn't really make sense because we already had 2 patches, and both patches involved a lot of bugs fixed that we, as a community, addressed about. The 357 shotgun, the claymores, the in-game chat that your character will talk, when they see an enemy, how loud the footsteps are, so much more, with weapon tuning and all that. And I think they really have done an amazing job, listening to us. It shows that almost every single bug that was fixed in the patch was something that we as a community talked about. To me, it's I think it's really cool that Infinity Ward and EA and even Activision, it shows that they're listening, right? So yeah, I think that isn't a very. I think at first it was a very bad game, but I think that now it's getting a lot better with the fixes coming and just a lot of weapon tuning. So not every weapon's crazy overpowered, but also there are attachments to make that weapon overpowered. To make it special, you just have to work with that gun for a while and you'll level it up, and throughout the levels you'll earn a lot more attachments and stuff. I think the maps are pretty good. Obviously nobody likes Piccadilly, so I'm part of that too. I never liked Piccadilly. I think other than that though, I don't really have a map I hate. I love the cave map. I love the. I think it's something. Oh, it's the bridge map. Then I love the one that you're in a little town square and everything. I don't know what they're called. I totally forgot. Even the ground war maps I think are really cool. I've been playing a lot of Shoot House and just a crazy amount, but it's really fun, honestly. I think and actually that goes into my third point. I think it's really amazing that they're finally giving free content. That's, to me, is probably the best part right now, because it's just they're they're listening, and we can clearly see that. They're listening. They're giving us free content, and people complain that, I think it was maybe the ground war map that was supposed to be in the, it was supposed to be in the game at launch. And the thing that I don't understand is, okay, it doesn't matter. It's still a new map. It's like, just because technically it wasn't supposed to be a new map, it still is. We never played the map. It's brand new. Why does it matter? We still got a free map, And I don't know, like people were so upset by that. I'm thinking, it is still a new map because we never played it before. Just because that it technically wasn't supposed to be a new map now, and it was supposed to be at launch, it basically, most likely, what I can predict is they probably took the time to fix it, And with it being 2 maps, I think that's nice, So they're giving us small content, piece by piece, instead of just giving us one big piece, like a big DLC, like usual in the past Call of Duties. For example, it'd be like this. If they gave us, let's say, 4 maps now, right? They might not have time to get the maps ready, as in, making sure there's no bugs, making sure there's no issues, and they wouldn't have them ready, and people would have complained. And also, not only that, we might get bored, within 3 weeks, we might get bored of the maps. So what I like is they're giving us 2 maps, so it gives them way more time to focus on those 2 maps, make them better, and make sure there's no bugs, But it's just slowly feeding us content, so we can't really get bored at all, That right there is, to me, a really, really nice, nice little piece of, thank you for playing the game. Here's here's 2 new maps to play with, right? And so, yeah, I think, to me, that is a really amazing idea that, well, I mean, it's not confirmed, but that's how I think of it to be, that seems to me like actually logical, and possible and stuff. So now I guess let's get into, the community and stuff. That's basically what the whole point of this video was. I don't understand why people are so negative. In some of these people, to be honest, they're ignorant. A lot of them are, not everybody, the people who are still optimistic and, enjoy the game and stuff, thank you. But, the game, here's something that I saw, it was 4 days after the game came out, I saw a few comments saying the game is dead already. The game just came out. I don't understand how you think that way. I really don't. I'm truly curious why people are that much ignorant. They think the game is dead already, so then it's just okay, screw it, let's just say the game's dead, But it's not, because the game just came out. And I would still consider the game being new as of right now, because they're still trying to fix some stuff, they're still adding some stuff, they're getting rid of some stuff, so on and so forth, just to make the game complete and whole. So, okay, what I don't get, though, is how people think that way, and how people can be so negative. And the one thing that I see a lot, and I'm usually on Twitter anyways. Follow me on Twitter, please. Please do it. Just right now, just real quick. So what I see on Twitter a lot is basically just this weird thing of people can always say that a game is trash, but they will never actually give you ideas on how to fix it. Because I see it a lot. People say, okay, game is dead. Oh, the game is trash. Oh, what did they do about this game? So much. And it's just they think that developers are mind readers? It makes no sense. It's just if you have an issue with the game, if you say a game is dead, if you say a game is trash, if you say a game is broken, explain why. Like, give examples, give ideas to fix it. Tell them which bugs are bothering you, so then they know to fix it. And you might say, "Oh, they're not listening." I'm like, the last 2 patches we got, almost all the bugs addressed were bugs that we as a community, were talking about. Almost everything, to the shotgun, the claymore, the footsteps, the weapon tuning, to everything, So yeah, like, they're listening. It shows they're listening. And my thing is, you really don't have to be a jerk about it. Just say why game's bad. Because you know that they're going to listen. It's obvious. They've already showed that they're listening. So don't be so negative, because then you're just supplying to the whole rest of the community, and make it even more negative. And that's how people think that's how it's gonna be fixed. I'm like, that's not how it's gonna be fixed. And again, if you have issues, tell them. Don't just say game's dead and just like move on, thinking that they're gonna be like mind readers and can fix everything for you. They're not. That's not how it works. I mean, and that was such a big issue for Black Ops 4. Like, yeah, Black Ops 4 had a lot of bugs and a lot of issues, but I realized that there were only a few people that ever said why the game was broken or why the game sucked. So Treyarch couldn't fix anything, and then yet Treyarch was blamed for it. No. And BO4 is a completely different story, which I'll probably get into soon or something. But anyways, so this whole community being negative and stuff, it's not helping. And you can't say a game is dead already because it just came out. Like, you sound so dumb. I mean, seriously, it doesn't make any sense to me. And when you are addressing issues, don't be worried about it. We'll first of all address the issues. Don't just think that they know exactly what you're talking about and can fix it. No, they don't. Address the issue and tell them what is wrong, so they know they can fix it, right? And like I said, with the latest patches, like, we know they're listening. Like, that is happening for sure. So I don't know, man. To me, it seems like this really stupid. It seems like the whole community is filled with a lot of dumb people. Now, I will say that the community is a strong community. It's been through a lot recently, within the recent years and stuff. But you can't just. To me, what I think is this game is really good. I think this game is going to go really far. That's my hope. That's what I believe in. Because, again, I think they're doing a lot of help by trying to implement a lot of fixes for bugs that we have addressed. They're giving us free content. And not only that, Activision has a plan to change their whole structure, right? Their whole structure of the company change and everything it's going to involve a battle pass system now. Like, kind of like what Fortnite does. But you can earn weapons now. Not right now because they haven't put that in, but I remember now that they just started putting that stuff in for BO4. Like, although yes, BO4 is, not in its life cycle anymore, you can earn a specific weapon that you want just by playing the game. They put that in now, and so now they changed their whole black market system. So what Activision said that they're going to do was basically do that for Modern Warfare and for the, upcoming games and stuff of Call of Duty. Basically, microtransactions will not rule Call of Duty. You'll be able to earn weapons by playing a game, and if there's any supply drops, it's going to be cosmetic only, stuff that won't be like, game changing, or it won't affect how fast or how powerful or however your guns are. That's not going to happen anymore. So, and I know people are like very, I know people that don't believe that's really going to happen. Actually, believe it or not, RG is one of them. And I think that we'll probably have to see if it's real or not. Most likely it will be. because, like I said, BO4 just implemented that whole system into their game. But also, you can see that they're really listening with all the patches, and they're giving us free content. So, I do believe that it's going to happen. And it's such a, and it's like, well, that doesn't mean anything. But the thing is also is that you really need to see that these are big promises that Activision is making, and it's not like they can say it, not do it, and everything is going to be fine. No, these are big promises, and if they don't go with what they promise to do, they're going to have so much backlash that I know that Activision doesn't want that. I mean, that's why I believe that they made such a big promise that they really can't not do it. So what I mean is there are a lot of, things going into this whole structure change of how you can earn items and so on and so forth. So I do believe that it's going to happen. It's just going to take some time, and I think that it'll definitely make the game a lot better. And people who say, the game still sucks and stuff, they just love to complain. That's the biggest thing about this community. They just love to complain. That's all they do. It's like they have nothing else better to do. I may be complaining about the community, but I'm just trying to get my opinion out there. My opinion, just get it out there so I don't really have to talk about it again. And I've talked about this with RG several nights, honestly, for several nights. And yeah, it's just, to me, I just feel like sometimes if there's a lot of negativity, people will start to complain just because there's negative. Like, people will be negative because there's other negative people, and they think that's the right thing to do, And no, that's not the right thing to do. I think in my head, we shouldn't try to be negative. Because if you're intended to focus on just the negative, what's going to happen is you're just going to only look at the negative part of something. Like, your mind's going to only focus on the negative, and you can't be doing that. That's why, for example, when BO4 came out and you had the zombie maps, and people didn't like the zombie maps, right? I'd always try to see the positive parts of the map, and it even goes with this game too, I think that you try to look at the positive, okay? They're giving us free content. I mean, think about it. It's a Division game, and they're giving us free content. Not only that, they're trying to fix a lot of bugs, already. And a lot of those bugs we addressed about. Almost every single bug that were in the patches was something that we as a community complained about. I mean, to me, I think that's amazing. Not only that, they're trying to weapon tuning. They're trying out new different style maps. And for people who still love the 3-lane maps, they're still putting those maps in there, There is, the unique, not 3-lane maps. But for people who are still used to that kind of style, they'll still put in those kind of maps. So all maps are different, from small, medium, big, 3-lane to not 3-lane. And I think that's amazing. And I think we've been wanting a 64 ground war for a very long time. And not only that, we also been wanting a 10v10, for domination team deathmatch, and we got that, That's awesome. Cause I mean, to me, I'll say it again, the game is great. I think the game is amazing. I think that it'll do pretty well, and people who are just trying to get in a rise out somebody, I think it will probably not work, and you should just ignore them, But anyways, guys, sorry for the random conversation. I'm super tired, but I kind of want to get my opinion out there and just say we can't be like this, because it's to me at this point, it's so tiring to see the community still upset about something that happened a while ago, or they're saying a game is dead just because the game just came out, they saw one little bug and they think the game is dead already. The game just came out. You can't be saying that. Yeah, you can't, honestly. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Uh, you don't have to subscribe if you don't believe in me. I mean, that's up to you. But if you do, if you did like the video, then hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button. And don't forget to turn on notifications. I will be recording Minecraft for the next video.